There's a new airspace problem drone pilots need to be aware of, and it's not airplanes, helicopters, or restricted airspace. It's other drones. Let me explain. We got a question from a student who lives in Wylie, Texas. They mentioned that their city is in Class G airspace and is home to at least 2 beyond visual line of sight licensed delivery operations. One is Wing and the other is Flytrex. They said that flying recreationally there has become increasingly challenging with these drones zipping around everywhere. This led them to have several questions about how best to mitigate the risk of mid-air collisions, alongside all the practical operational rules and tips for spotting a drone in the sky while they are flying their own drone. And honestly, these are great questions because this is all very new. But it's something more drone pilots are probably going to run into as drone delivery expands into more cities and states. So the first thing to know is that your drone controller, which for a lot of you is the DJI Fly app, may not warn you. You may get alerts when certain manned aircraft are nearby, but that does not mean your controller will alert you every time another drone is flying in the area. So this just becomes another thing to check during pre-flight planning. You can use an Airspace app like Aloft and look closely at the area where you plan to fly. In this specific case, if we open up Aloft and look near Wylie, Texas, we can see that there's actually no drone deliveries marked around here. But if we look south toward Rowlett, you can see large yellow areas that show zipline activity, which is another drone delivery company. So as we can see, these maps are not perfect, and they may not show every operator everywhere, but they can still give you a better picture of what may be happening nearby and hopefully will be updated as soon as these deliveries become more common. One other thing worth checking is SkyVector. After looking into this more, we noticed that SkyVector can show DROTAMs, which are NOTAMs specifically related to drone operations. When we open up SkyVector and go to the Wylie area, we see it looks pretty blank. But if we check this tiny box in the top right to show DROTAMs, this area lights up all over. Now we know that SkyVector isn't always a normal part of the drone airspace research process. But as drone delivery becomes more common, it may be worth adding to your checklist, especially if you're flying in an area where you know beyond visual line of sight or delivery drone operations are active. This just goes to show that, again, no single tool is perfect. Aloft may show some delivery zones, SkyVector may show DROTAMs, and some information may still be missing depending on where you look. So for now, before you fly, check for controlled airspace, nearby airports, TFRs, and local restrictions, like you should be doing before every flight. And in areas where drone delivery is active, we'd recommend checking for possible delivery zones. Once you're in the air, keep your drone close enough to see clearly, scan the sky, and try and listen for other drones. Also, even though these delivery drones have FAA approval and their own safety systems, don't assume the drone will see your drone. If you hear or see another drone nearby, stop moving, hold your position, descend if safe, or land and wait for it to pass. And like anything in this industry, things are going to keep changing. Drone delivery may feel new right now, but it's most likely going to become more common in more cities and states across the US in the next few years. So as drone pilots, we'll do what we always do, which is continue to adapt to new technology, new rules, and new airspace considerations so that we can keep flying safely. For some of you, this is already happening. For others, it may be coming in the future. Either way, it's one more thing to be aware of so we can keep flying drones safely for fun or business purposes. Let us know in the comments if you've been affected by any drone delivery operations yet, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Until next time, blue skies and safe flying.